For weeks, Yefren was a city under siege. The damage and devastation is evident on the streets, but details of how the people of the town suffered are just beginning to emerge. Some of the worst stories come from what was supposed to be a place of refuge, care and aid, Yefren's hospital. The wards were taken over by Gaddafi's military. The hospital staff, many of them foreigners from Eastern Europe, South Asia and from other Arab countries, were treated harshly. One nurse was raped, 2 other female employees sexually assaulted, male staff were detained and beaten. Dr. Mohammed, he doesn't want to give his full name, agreed to speak to us. Yefren remains close to the front line. Staff are terrified that Gaddafi's troops may return. We agreed to disguise his face and to replace his voice with that of an actor.
We are afraid because they are not gentle and they destroy all things. They destroy the doors or the rooms in the hospital, and they terrorize us, all the medical staff, because medical staff, we live here for 3 months with our families, and before we'd ask to go outside this door of the hospital. Now we stay only inside with no water, no food, no electricity.
One soldier from Gaddafi's army remains in the hospital as a patient. Staff say they have mixed feelings about the troops. Sometimes they were drunk and using drugs, but one commander did stand up to his men to stop further attacks on women after a nurse was raped.
It's very bad. What they do is very bad. Also, I was here with my wife and many families here, and we were afraid about our wives, our daughters, and we did not sleep the night. We did our job and we did not sleep. We stayed until the morning because we were afraid that someone would come to our rooms to do something.
The doctors and medical staff suffered a 6-week ordeal, virtual prisoners inside this hospital, and this area was used as a firing point by Gaddafi troops bombarding neighborhoods in the area. They knew there were people injured, people that they should have been treating as patients, but they couldn't get to them. Throughout all the battles, this is where Dr. Mohammed stayed with his family. A consulting room turned into a home for 5 people. There was relief when the siege of Yefren was finally lifted, but then despair as the doctor returned to his hilltop home. He showed us the damage, a house destroyed by repeated hits by missiles, mortars and tank rounds, some of them almost certainly fired by Gaddafi troops when they'd been based inside the hospital grounds. James Bays, Al Jazeera, Yefren in western Libya.